Everybody hold your water.
Ready? What's that?
Balls, balls, balls.
Triple shot.
Balls, green 18. Green 18, 10.
All right. We got Jeremiah Sirles in the house here. 6 years in the NFL trenches and many more years studying film, working with players as an agent. And we are going to take a look at the Seattle Seahawks run game, absolutely pulverizing the 49ers in a blowout division round playoff victory. What say you, my friend?
Beatdown. Beatdown is the first word that comes to mind here. Bludgeoning's another one you could use. It was just an absolute domination from this front four, front five of the Seahawks, including the receivers, including the tight ends. Everyone took their turn in blocking, and man, it was fun to watch. I'll tell you this, watching this film back, you were just like, oh, that's what an O-lineman's wet dream is made of right there, friends. I mean, this group right here is why these guys are playing in the Super Bowl. Or, excuse me, the NFC Championship.
Oh, wow.
Awfully
presumptive.
I think this guy right there is leading them all the way to the Super Bowl, but that's just me.
Right.
So
Jalen
Sundell, 61. Right, but you can see here just the command that Sam Darnold has, not asking him too much, but just watch the way that these guys get on the line of scrimmage and get on the linebackers. Right, that's the biggest thing. There's no penetration at the line of scrimmage, right? So with this zone scheme here that you want to run, you want no penetration at the front, and then you want big athletic guys that can climb. There's Charles Cross. Yeah. There's Jalen Sundell climbing on the linebackers. Great cut here by Jalen. Boom. Eric Kendricks. This made me sad. Because watch Eric Kendricks here. Eric Kendricks used to do this all the time, and he was amazing at it. The undercut, right? So right here, Eric right here decides instead of fighting over the top like you're supposed to, you can go under, but you got to make sure you can keep that leverage coming back out here. Eric's just not as fast as he used to be, right? Yeah. That's just part of it.
Slower.
Just a step slower there makes all the difference in the world. My partner, Zach Zenner, who played for the Lions in 2016 through 19, used to say that he was the best at that, being able to dive under the block and still regain leverage. But watch, Gray Zabel does a great job here at the left tackle spot, right? You can see Bradford gets this guy cut off, and then Jalen and Charles have free runs. Boom, Jalen gets him down on the ground there, which is excellent here at the center position. And then Charles does a great job of forcing Eric to come underneath. And then you've got a great lead block here, and you've got the fullback leading out in front here, which is what allows us for such a big gain. Boom. Gosh, Charbonnet not being in is going to really hurt them. That's going to be a big miss for them.
It's not ideal.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's gonna. My guess is they just lean even more heavily on Kenneth Walker. I guess we'll see.
Now you've got base defense again, right? So the Niners know they're coming, right? So you've got an 8-man box right here, right? 8-man box. They're in 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end, and they line up to it and they just run the same play. It's just outside. We call this boss, right? So this is called boss, back on strong safety. Okay, so I'll look at it from the back here, right? So this is called boss, right? So this is like 98 boss. We're going to the right here. You bring him into the fullback center here. So here's your free safety. So right, your free safety, your Will, your Mike, and your Sam. And to get in the weeds here, there's your strong safety, right? So in the way that the letter of the law works here is you would assume that this fullback is on the strong safety. However, when you look at it from this perspective, you have to make a new Mike here. So now you say, hey, new Mike here is 49. He's now the Mike because we're out leveraged in our positions, which now makes him the Will, and it makes him the Sam, and it makes him over here the strong safety. Okay, stand with me, which would now mean that he leads on that guy, right? And so that's how you just make the number count better, right? So you see up there, see everyone talking up there. Hey, easy enough here, easy enough. Boom, here we go. And they end up getting the crack guy, so they're extra on 1, right? That's what makes this such an explosive play, is because technically he's supposed to be push cracking up here for the safety, but because he's able to pick off 53 here, now the fullback's extra. It's a great run design. Absolute great run design here by everyone involved, because now you've got great angles there. You've got great angles there. He comes through there. And now you've had pin there, which now means this guy can clean up here. And if they can clean this up, this should be a home run, right? But again, they get paid to make plays too. Boom. It's just a really well-designed run play.
It's only like a 5-yard gain, but it's still just it's
But that
exhausting.
5
It's
yards,
kind of
that 5
demoralizing.
yards there turns into 15, which then turns into 20. This one here, this is awesome. This is why you go get Shaheed. This is why right here the trade for Shaheed is amazing, and this is why they draft Gray Zabel in the first round. Right? So they've been running the outside zone play. Now they run a counter stutter play. So in the counter world, right? Kick out, lead up, block there, right? So that's the play that they're faking, which means that this linebacker here, he sees puller. This linebacker here, he sees puller, which is going to force them to all come flying downhill. Right? There's him, man. And he still thinks it's pass because he's an idiot. Right? And then you get the round around, you get the extra round here, and you get Jalen and Gray out in front lead blocking here.
Look at the cavalry, man. Those
From the
dudes.
back end here, and then Gray goes into the water cooler. But watch him. He hook line sinkers immediately because he sees puller, right? So this is the original play. It's called stutter. He pulls, he wraps, down block, right? He comes over here, and they move their way up to here. So that's the play they're faking. That's called stutter. Now, when you do that, it requires the linebackers to come downhill in a hurry, right? So they see that puller, and then there's the little loop around there. Jalen fakes it, and he loops around there, and then Gray bypasses it and loops around there, and there's your 3 lead blockers.
Wow. Clever. Really clever. Look at that. Look at that right there.
And then you've got a wall of bodies here. All 3 of these guys started on the center, the middle, or the left side, and then they looped all the way around out there. Watch Gray here just go finish this dude into the freaking water coolers. Doop. You gotta love it.
Amazing.
I mean, I honestly believe he should be in contention for Rookie of the Year. I'm just gonna say it.
And John Schneider, it was just announced this week, Executive of the Year for it's gonna be like the 3rd time.
Absolutely. Ooh, look at this double team at the point of attack. Right? We talked about why makes this so hard. These 2 guys right here, when you dent the front side double team like this and you put the D lineman in the linebacker's lap,
oh my gosh,
they have no choice. You've got 3 guys pissing in the same Coke bottle here, right? So that allows him to press that front side, and then boom, here comes the backdoor cut because Charles Cross does a fantastic job of just flattening this guy off.
Would you ever just not backdoor cut that? Or
You could, yeah. I mean, if you
just
wanted to pound your head into there and gain 5 yards, go for it, right? But what makes a great back, and Kenneth is great at this, is seeing that cutback, right? So watch again. So this is simple duo, right? So you go point of attack, double team there. He climbs there. He climbs there. He's going to cut this off. And then obviously these 2 guys work up here, right? So again, the box count is great. Oh, no.
It's like 150, somewhere in there. There we go.
Right? So let's just watch how it plays out. They shift over. So again, they use the motion pre-snap to get the look that they want. Right, so you get everyone lined up there, and then you got double team at the point of attack. So there's 1 double team, there's 2 double teams, and they're going there, they're going there. They do a cool thing on the backside. This is called a switch block, where they send him through and they actually bring the motion guy to cut him off, which is really nice because it makes this guy think that it's squeeze, and then boom, there he is getting cut right there.
Oh.
And then, yeah, see, there's the hole. Right, so you actually design this for the cutback.
Yeah.
Right, that motion coming back across the ball here is designed to cut the defense right there. And so you got to press it because you have to sell it front side so that these linebackers have to commit. And when you double team like that and you're 5 yards down the field, that's when this guy can press, and then there's the backdoor cut.
Look at that.
That whole play is designed to go that backside B gap.
They've had a couple. I don't know if it's this play. I guess we'll find out. They ran like well, this is it. Yeah. There's a lot of just like backdoor cut stuff.
Yeah, because when you press, when you press the front side like this so hard, look at these linebackers. Watch all 3 of these linebackers. The first thing they're reading is Kenneth Walker. This is called open crossover roll from a footwork standpoint, right? Open crossover roll downhill. And so they're reading that, and watch all 3 of these linebackers just immediately, wham, they're just in the trash. They're just completely in the trash of everything, which then allows this backdoor cut. Right here, he's got to follow. He's push cracking right there. Well, he goes all the way down there with Njigba. Now you have no more back end. You have no more edge on the defense. It's just impossible to stop because what do? Do you hang back there and allow these dudes get double teamed into your lap? Right? From a linebacker's perspective, you have to fire on this team.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker, I feel like doesn't get enough credit, and maybe it's because he plays up in the left corner of the country, and his games maybe aren't always in featured slots, but I feel like he's pretty easily one of the 6 best running backs in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm. But this is when you're running the zone concept, Mac, the coaching point is always that, hey, the running back should be able to read your nameplate. Square, 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 square. That allows this to happen, right? That's the only way this allows. If right here, the right guard here is actually the unsung block of this. This is a really hard reach block, really hard to do solo. And he doesn't, because you're not going to generate a ton of push, but what happens here is that if you get creased right there and he fires up the field, the cutback has to happen too soon. And you can't let it stew up. So Bradford does an unbelievable job here of reaching him and allowing this thing to really push the front side as far as it needs to before it gets to the cutback. Yeah. And then it's just a race to the end zone. And I'm just going to run you over on my way.
Puts a shoulder down there.
Yeah, just going to run you over on my way.
As this game progressed too, a lot of these runs went from like 4 and 5 yard runs to 13, 15. I mean, you're seeing it here. 9, 15, 13. Because the Niners are down by 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. There's no better team in the NFL at just leaning on the run game to fortify a second half lead than the Seahawks right now.
So this play looks super familiar from the first couple that we watched, the boss play, right? The only difference is now he's lined up over here instead of having the fullback lined up right there. Right? They're getting to the same look. They're just doing it from a different formation, and they're doing it out of 12 personnel instead of 21 because it's the same exact play. It's still boss. It's still 98 boss. Oh, hi, honey. You scared me. Sorry, my daughter just appeared out of nowhere.
She's got some takes on the
she's got some takes on
boss
this
concept.
But yeah, this is boss again, so it's back on strong safety, right? And so they're lined up in a five man front now, right? So you've got 5 guys up here. So what you're going to do is you're going to have him reach, and then he's going to come and actually fit underneath this block here to combo up to this guy. These 2 guys are going to be what's called a double to the mic. He's going to be actually in a back block here because this is where he's going to Kendricks over here, and they're knowing that Kendricks is going to move with the motion. And then Gray's got the cutoff, Charles has got the cutoff, and then you have to hit this thing outside and right there. Right? So watch as they bring the motion across. There it is. Right? Hey.
Look at your boy getting off the ball there.
Oh, yeah. Look at me. Great backside hand here. You've got, this is a great cutoff here, and then boom, there's the angles. And then again, these linebackers, I don't know why San Fran kept doing this. Winters does it here too. You cannot go back underneath this block. You have to get outside. And so Winters right here, boom, he comes underneath right there. There's the hole.
Where's he going? Like,
he's trying to just make a play. He's trying to just make a play because that's what happens when you get gashed in the run game. Yeah. Eventually, you start forcing it. Like, I got to go make a play. Well, when you force it, there's the hole.
Yeah, you're down 27.
You're down.
6
You're down.
Whatever.
You're trying to make an. So you're trying to do something that you shouldn't. You're not playing within the scheme because of the pressure that this offensive line is putting on top of you. I mean, this is just pitch and catch. I mean, this is as simple as it can possibly get. 12 personnel, outside zone. There it is. I mean, this is as simple as it can get. Look on the back end. I mean, this is just. Oh, is that a Palms? Palms by number 2.
Let's see, I think so. Number 2. It's a Palms.
It's a Palms.
Let's hit him.
Sensitive. Right. So here we go. Line up again. You're seeing more big people in the game now, right? Look at this. They're trying to play a reduction on the front side. So here it is. You've got a lot of people loaded over here in your 12 personnel front. It's just the same play. It's just outside zone. It's a single right there. It's a triple right there. Boom. He blocks there, right? Cut off on the backside. And then you bring the motion guy across. And there it goes. Boom.
Does this
it's
have
so
the
simple.
Does
it's
this have
so
the option
simple.
to cut back or no? This
one's not a cutback. This is a press it out the front door. Right? This is a front door. Unless this dude screams over the top and these guys slant, then you can do it. But this is a front door play all the live long day. I mean, they're just out leveraged. Like they're just out leveraged on this play. Like you would like to see ideal world, you bump him in there and you drop him down into the box so that you can build a better number count. But again, Sam Darnold operating within the system, they're going to give this to us. We're going to take this all day. And then Gray and Jalen on the backside, they seal this block off right there. And then you get a great reach block here on the front side. And again, these receivers blocking. Look at Shaheed down the field here blocking. These receivers block, man. Look at Shaheed. Like, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's out there working it, right? He's so excited. Receivers love to pretend like they did something.
You know what, though? We call it blocking culture.
Football.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's cool to block in Seattle, Detroit.
I mean,
San
these
Francisco.
plays, Mac, these plays have not changed. They're the same plays we watched at the beginning part of this cut up, right? This formation's exactly the same. It's the exact same formation. It's the exact same play design. The difference is this team can't stop it. And so when you line up in this perfectly balanced formation, right? See how everything's equal from an offensive perspective? Now Sam Darnold has the go-ahead to go, pick which way you want to go, man. You tell us which way's the numbers. Well, obviously, there's a lot more 49ers over here than there are over here, right? So Sam gets up there. He calls the play. Hey, we're going to go left.
So he's deciding that at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They know that it's a run play, and he's deciding which
Yeah,
direction.
because see right here. So, like, see right there, that signal right there, that's saying either like, hey, opposite, or okie. So they might have had it called to the right, and then he's flipping it to the left. Or, hey, alert, because maybe they have alert to the shade, right? Maybe it's alert to the shade. There's all kinds of different alerts you can have. So Sam goes, hey, alert. You see the communication go across the board here. Boom. And again, Eric Kendricks gets caught peeking late, right? Watch Eric right here. He gets caught peeking late. He comes across. Boom. He's so worried about the cutback because what's been happening, right? He's been going like this and cutting back for huge gains. So now you get caught peeking back here, and he slams it out the front door.
So tough. You know what? I think one of the biggest things I've learned in watching you and Booney break down film for 3 years, just how impossible it is to be a linebacker in the NFL.
It's
sometimes.
so hard. Oh, my gosh, dude.
You're trying
It
to
is
see
so
through the
hard.
trees. You're trying to figure out, are they cutting back? Are they pressing it? I don't know.
So again,
just
here's
guessing.
one of those plays, Mac, that's designed to cut back, right? And then just the mash.
Look at your boy coming
rugby
in here,
pile.
Jalen Sundell at the end.
It's amazing, right? So again, all those plays we just showed are designed to push out the front side, right? Design. Don't force the cutback, but if the cutback comes, take it. This one's a designed cutback. Like this play is designed to cut back because of the motion, right? So you're saying with this motion, we are going to cut the defense right there, right? Everything's going to flow this way, back. It is installed this way, back, press it, and come back. That is how this play is installed. So let's see how it goes. Press it front side. There's the cutback, right? Because you can cut the defense with this guy right here. And him taking this route right here, coward, he then is allowing this to happen.
That's
and
a
again,
pillow fight right there. You got the receiver who's kind of, is that a tight end or a receiver who's kind of
just getting in his way, right? But this again, so this guy's probably used to all game this guy reaching him, right? Hey, this guy's been trying to reach me. Well, now they just run a switch call. He comes across, he comes there. There's the lane, right? Right between there is where you want to hit this. And again, it pushes it front side. Eric Kendricks and everything, they all Winters, Kendricks, they get up there. He gets sealed right there, and there's your lane.
Who makes that switch call between the motion guy and the?
That's just in the play call. It's just in the play call.
based
right?
on based on
based
where
on
the
the play
edge
call,
rusher is set up,
yeah.
or
No, just based off the play call. If you know you're a wide 9 team, that's usually happens when you play against these 9s, right? And a 9 technique is lined up on the outside shade of the tight end, right? If they're a head up technique, you won't run that because it's hard for the tight end to get through without being able to get smushed down. But if he's a wide 9 team, you allow it to happen. And the Niners have always been a wide 9 team. Oh, this is as pretty as it gets here. This is your transportation series. So you've got
Look
down
at
block.
that.
So you've been getting zone, right? Zone read. And now here you go. Now you get the pin and pull, right? So now it's pin, reach. And then you have the one guy that's going to lead up here. And Gray does a nice job getting through here. You run away from that guy.
somebody gets right here. Is that number 6 there just gets absolutely pancaked.
Yep. And then Jalen comes through and just dumps him. Right, but this is the transportation series. So this is called taxi, right? So it's a pin, pull for the widest, right? Pin, pull for force. And then this is the big block. Gray getting here is the big block because this is the guy that makes a lot of those plays. And there's Gray's able right there.
Yeah, just gets
Right.
in as well.
Gray has to get that. So many times on these transportation plays, this guy right here is the one that makes the play for 5-6 yards. If your backside guard can get and cut this guy off, that's when it becomes an explosive. And here you go. Pin, pull, lead, bang, walk-in touchdown. So creative, but so simple. That's what I love about the Seahawks run game is everyone gets wrapped around the axle of like, oh, you got to be a genius and McVay and all this stuff. This system has been around since Terrell Davis ran a freaking touchdown with Elway back in Denver days. It's simple as long as you have the personnel to execute it with.
Yeah. Yeah, the Seahawks, man, they kind of struggled early in the season to run the ball, but then like once November hit, I mean, it's
the X factor is going to be
190.
Charbonnet. The X factor is going to be no Charbonnet. Can K9 and the backup handle the load?
Yeah, and the the backup's name is escaping me.
I don't know it.
He got a few carries in there.
I don't even know it, but it's going to be the K9 we're handing you the ball till you die show. So
yeah, or maybe it's a little more on old Sam Darnold's plate. We'll see. Maybe they swap out some runs for Sammy D deep shots. I don't know.
If I'm watching that tape, I'm loading the box, which means deep shots to JSN.
Yeah, it definitely makes the quarterback's life a little easier, and we'll see what happens this weekend and going forward here. But yeah, if you're a Seahawks fan, maybe you just stumbled into this, you enjoyed this film breakdown, click that subscribe button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel, the like button on this video. For Jay, for Boone, fine for not being here for this film breakdown. I'm Phil. We'll see you guys next time on the O-Line Committee.